Good morning. This is day 15 and it is in fact the day we leave Skye, which is a bit sad really, but we've had a fantastic time here. Right now we're heading for the ferry port at Armadale where we're catching the ferry. There was some doubt as to whether the ferries would run because the weather's been so bad. Caledonian MacBrayne, who run the ferries, have a good system for notifying of weather cancellations, so you get a text basically to say if there are any problems. As we've not had a text yet, we are assuming that our boat is still sailing. The cost on this crossing is quite reasonable. It was just under £18 for the van and for us. Of course that is just one way, and it is February at the moment. They didn't make any charge for the dogs. It's day 15 of our off-grid tour, and today we are at the ferry port at Armadale. We're just about to board the ferry. Well, there's some doubt about it. They could still cancel it. Evidently the ship is on its way across from Mallaig, but it could well be cancelled when it gets here. So it's on a wing and a prayer at the moment as to whether it's going to happen, but it probably will happen.
Hope so.
Ellie's just been in and got the tickets, and strange, I've never had this at a ferry port before, but I'm going to have to reverse on. Everyone's put into lanes sort of with their rear ends facing the slipway, so that'll be fun. And here comes our boat, the Loch Nevis. She's going to turn round and reverse into the pier. The length of the boat is 49 metres.
Comes the ferry.
And she weighs 941 tonnes. And she was built in the year 2000. Originally to serve some of the smaller islands in the Hebrides. This is the ferry route across to Mallaig. I'm told it's now pronounced. And I think some of the other vehicles have just started boarding, so I better get ready to follow them. Luna having a good old nose.
Graham reversing onto a ferry. There's always a first. He's doing really well. You just have to go really slowly. And keep going straight. Here's the gangplank thing that you call what we call it. Gangplank. Slipway. Thank you. Oh, that sounds like we're getting on the boat. A little bump. Well done, Gray. There's a little ridge bit there that you have to really give it some welly. That yellow bit you can see, you have to welly it up there a bit, which is why it shuddered a bit. Yeah, he's doing a good job. This is a first for Merlin, on a boat for a start.
What's that noise, Luna? So we're off. Looks a bit grey the way we're going. Over here you can see Merlin. Pardon?
The dog lounge.
Yeah.
Graham's a happy boy, he's got his cup of real coffee in a real cup, a mug.
And the poor little doggies.
Yeah, they're a bit nervous. They're not used to going on boats much, only to the Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
But they've been really good. They're just sitting there, shaking quietly. They are being good.
We're just coming into Mallaig now. Must be getting close. The man's sorting his ropes out. That looks a nice little port. They're tough up here. They don't even wear gloves. Well, I better go and get back to Ellie. She's alone with the dogs.
Well, that was a really nice experience, wasn't it, Gray?
It was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely easier than you think it's going to be, I think, don't you? Like, reversing on, you did really well. What did you think?
Yeah, reversing on was easy, actually.
Yeah, because you've got these big yellow stripes at the side to sort of keep you centred, so you avoid the yellow, and and obviously they have big lorries on here as well. So we're just setting up our sat nav, ready to go to the Fort William area. And in a minute they're going to put down the ramp so we can go on to the slipway. Very impressed. Very reasonably priced at £16.50, and that was for Merlin, who's obviously bigger than a car.
Yeah, £16.50.
And for 2 passengers. And in the winter, dogs don't need tickets. You take them into the inside in the winter, but in the summer, I think from the end of March, you need to buy them. You don't buy them a ticket, you ask for a ticket. It's free, but they do have limited spaces for our canine companions.
Head east.
So I hope you can see that, guys. The ramp's coming down. It was a bit of a choppy crossing. At one point we thought, but it didn't stop Graham with his coffee and his roll. You managed it, didn't you? You managed it. You fought through
I
it.
asked for a bacon roll, but the bloke in front of me had the last one, so I had to have a sausage roll.
Yeah.
Nice, that.
Yeah, and the girls, they shook all the way across, particularly Luna, but Maya, she calmed down after a while, and the boat is actually really quiet, this one.
There's only about 6 vehicles.
Yeah, quiet vehicle-wise, but also quiet in terms of noise. Once you're inside the pet area, it's really pleasant, really quiet. The only way you'd know you're on a boat is because it was rocking, really. You wouldn't really hear the engine very much. So if you've got nervous dogs, they probably would be okay. Maya and Luna were okay, and Luna's particularly nervous. They seem very well organised. Apparently the downstairs area, I didn't go down there, I stayed with the girls, but the downstairs area, you say, Gray, was really nice,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Where people were sitting eating full Scottish breakfasts and, you know. And the crossing itself took approximately half an hour. You have to check in 30 minutes before, but it was well worth it. We really enjoyed it. Even though it was a rainy day, it was still fun to do, and we would do it again, wouldn't we?
We would. Easy.
It was easy. It's a lot easier than you think. Yeah, they're definitely very well organised. Very well organised. Been doing it for some time, I guess.
Yeah, I think they know what they want.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, it's just getting over the idea you have to reverse onto a boat, basically, rather than drive forwards.
I don't know if all the boats are the same. Last time we watched one loading up, I don't think they reversed on.
Oh, okay.
So maybe not all the boats
Not quite the
depends
same.
if they've got a door both sides, I think.
Yeah, whereas this one doesn't. So now we're in Malay. We've never been here, have we?
Never been to Malay.
Statue over there.
And we're not spending much time here today.
No, unfortunately not. We've got to head home. Things to do. But yeah, we will be heading south, so we'll catch you in a bit.
We're currently on the A82, and although the weather is awful, there's some beautiful scenery. We're just coming up to the Glencoe waterfall. And as we drive round the corner, we were surprised to see Stephen. There he is.
Skye will be alright in there. You stay there, Skye. You're a good girl. Somebody's just gone by flashing me. I don't know whether that was a wizard in the wild, I don't know. But might have been.
That's so funny. There's him just trying to get his waterfalls in peace and quiet. Fancy bumping into Christine.
Even though we've got a lot of driving to do today, we've always wanted to have a look down at Glen Etive. It's a shame the weather's not so good, but we're just up the road here. We're going to divert and drive down Glen Etive and have a look. Not sure what we'll be able to film as the weather's pretty grim. What do you reckon, Luna? Is that a good idea? At this point, I'm doing a right turn off of the A82 and we're heading down Glen Etive, past through the two beautiful mountains that are the gateway, and then following the river. So despite the fact that the weather's really rubbishy today, we've decided to drive down the Glen Etive road because why wouldn't you? It's apparently one of Scotland's most beautiful drives. It's about 12 miles long and we're expecting to see lochs, moors and mountains. And of course it was used as the location for the James Bond film Skyfall. At the beginning of the drive you can see two famous mountains and they are called the Herdsmen of Etive. I'm not even going to begin to try and explain them in Scottish. They have some very unusual names, but they are one of the most photographed views in Scotland.
If you carry on the road a bit further, you'll find the location that was used in Skyfall, where Bond and M stop off in the Aston Martin on the way to Bond's childhood home. Skyfall Lodge didn't really exist here. It was just a film set in Surrey. We actually do visit the place where that was filmed in our future vlog. I should say at this point it is a single track road, and it really is a single track road that goes on for about 12 miles. There is no way of turning round or going out another way. You have to come back the way you've come, so obviously 24 miles in all if you want to go to the end. There are no facilities along this unspoilt road, so basically you need to bring your own. Unfortunately, we didn't have sunshine, but the views were awesome just the same.
now back on the road, heading for our park up tonight at New Lanark on the River Clyde. New Lanark is a World Heritage Centre with plenty of overnight parking available. And thanks to Roaming in Raymond, Helen and Carl, who tipped us off about this one. Well, we've just got to New Lanark after, what was it, 216-mile drive today, and yeah, it's been quite a tiring drive really for one reason or another. So we're at New Lanark, which is a World Heritage Centre. Loads of parking. As you can see, we've got here quite late. It's quite dark, and we're just going to go for a very quick walk now. But I just wanted to announce where we were, and we'll have a good look round in the morning, although it won't be too long before we set off. But yeah, we'll have a little look round in the morning and I'll show you that. So catch you later. Bye.